Right through the trees, as slow as you please. That's the world of gang stalking. Hey, you guys, Torpedo, I'm the most targeted citizen. Long, hard day. I'm tired, hurting. You know, I ask myself daily, because, I have those conversations. Is it really that hard to push the like button? Is that difficult to share and subscribe? I can attest to the fact that likes and shares do get deleted from my channel. They get deleted. We're in the process of trying to grow the second channel since the first one is in lockdown at the moment. And it's the same old trolls from the last time that come back and come back and come back and come back. And it's just never ending. I guess I was really naive. I've said it before. I must be very naive because I'm not naturally a mean person. I'm not, being rude doesn't just come to me naturally. Now, when you trip my trigger, oh, I'm going to react, and I can get loose with my lips and, say things I shouldn't have. God's not proud of me when I do. Some people get enjoyment from it. It's a quick release, ha ha, I got you back. But, it doesn't get us anywhere. But the level of trolls, it would be different if there was an intelligent point of view. But it's not. It's just, I'm mean and hateful, and I want to hurt you. That's it. Nothing ever constructive. Ever. I mean, that one guy, he comes on here, and he's supposedly a pilot, and I have no reason to doubt he isn't. I'm not a pilot, so I may use the wrong term. Flight plan, flight log, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, that video's coming up. That's the problem with logging into my computer. It's hard to do when your computer's hacked. But, just like the people that talk about the drones. Oh, those are stars. Those are not drones. Those are stars. I take a video, and instead of just driving down the road and pointing at a blinky light, why don't you get out and film it, and then show us what's going on? Well, I do. Well, where's your witness testimony? Had it. Why don't you report it to the police? Done it. Why don't you go to the airport and figure it out? Done it. I've done all these things. What I just can't understand is that I'm not the only one. I may be the loudest. I don't want to say obnoxious. Abrasive. I think I would consider myself abrasive. And that's not just coming right off the bat, oh, I'm just going to be mean to you. That's a reaction to what is fed to me daily. The BS. One guy, Michael Riley, I'll call him by his name, he was supposedly a targeted individual about a few years ago when I first started my first channel. And, he befriended me and vice versa. I'd listen to him yammer on for hours at a time. Well, he's talking about this court case and his next door neighbor's a perp and doing all this and doing all that. And supposedly he got convicted and he was looking at prison time. I don't know all that, but I do know that I looked for the records and I couldn't find those records anywhere. I called the city and the county that he's in and tried to subpoena, tried to do Freedom of Information Act request. Couldn't get any information. Couldn't get any of that to come up. So then I realized he would come to me and say, well, you need to get rid of this person, and you need to attack this person, you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second, my channel's not here to attack people. And then I started looking past the headlines, you know what I mean? Looking past the headlines. Because, there's clickbait. And I can honestly say, I've never used clickbait before. Ever. I put what? Confronting the gang stalker. Okay. I'm in his face. I'm looking at him recording. Okay, that's, but all these channels, and there's so many. A lot of them are like the off-grid channels, the people that are building their homes off-grid. This one guy, Keeping It Dutch, something like that. Every week, he's like, I got kicked off my property. The law's going to lock me up. Oh, we're losing our house. Oh, my truck blew up. And it's all just BS to get you to view. I'm not into those games. The only reason for my channel are two. To bring awareness and to document. I know in my heart of hearts that because this program's already been exposed. It's already out there. Everyone knows it's happening. The government knows it's happening. They're the ones behind it. So I'm just keeping documentation for myself and at the same time trying to help people, which I know I am. But for this Mike Riley, my new channel, he's right up in the mix. Oh, just popping his mouth off, and that's okay. Once I started to realize how shady he was and realized, well, this may not be a targeted individual as claimed. then I just simply blocked. I don't get in a fuss. There's another guy his name starts with a J. And he called me on the phone, him in his Yankee accent, just talking, having a good time. Just, oh, yeah, buddy, yeah, buddy, come stay with me and my wife, and life is great, this, that, and the other. And no longer did he get off the phone with me, he's on the phone with some ladies, cussing them out for daring to talk to me, daring to even happen to donate. Oh, don't you give him no money. He ain't got no money. You don't need to do anything for him. And I'm like, wow. And that isn't just one time. I mean, in my life, I just didn't deal with backbiting people. I could just leave them alone. I was married for 20 years with one of those people. I'm not going to be around it anymore. So I didn't even make, a lot of people, they'll say, well, I'm just going to quit this page because I'm so tired of it. It's like everybody stays up and say, hi, I'm mad at you, but I'm leaving. I don't do that. I just go away. I don't go away mad. Just go away. Motley Crue song, 1980s. So that's what I do. And I guess people don't get the point. I think when I cut you off, you would think, well, they cut me off. Maybe I should leave it alone. But no, they're just that naive to think that what they say is going to come back around. You see, there's nothing that I say here that I'm scared to say anywhere else. I'm one of those honest guys that's going to say what I feel all the time. I have a filter. I choose not to use it. I don't have time to use it. I've got people to warn. I've got people to save. Because this program is killing people. Every day, somebody's committing suicide because of this program. And if you patriots out there thought anything about our military, you'd say, maybe there's something to this guy. Why do we have 21 veterans a day killing themselves? Why? World War II? Those men storming Normandy saw some of the worst carnage in the world. Are you telling me that now this mental illness is so great? Oh, it just went undiagnosed? No, it didn't. There are weapons being used to kill our veterans so they can't stand up and protect us. There are weapons being used on everyone. It is amazing. You can look at the statistics for heart disease, diabetes, and mental illness has blown up since the usage of cell phones. Blown up. So here I am trying to help. Hear the horns honk? Never ending. I can't hardly hold the phone up no more. I'm hurting so bad. But yeah, the comments just, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but I'm really close to the point of just cutting them off and not even listening to them. Because it is that acid. And this other guy, come on, Nicholas somebody, and I'm sure he's probably got, spaghetti sauce in the corner of his mouth from the Hot Pocket his mama brought him for lunch yesterday. I don't know, just on and on. Then they come and they just hit the comments, bam, one after another. Never making any valid points, never anything. It's just attack. You see, I got on these morons' radar because I went through a roadblock, and in the title of my video for the body cam video from the cops was, because the cops called me a sovereign citizen. That was the title of my video. Targeted citizen, sovereign citizen. That was the title of my video. And these trolls that go after people for their freedoms, they found it right then and there. And that was their lead into this channel. And I guess that they did use my channel to expand to attack other targeted individuals. I don't know of any actual schizophrenics that have a YouTube channel saying all the crazy things they're hearing and seeing and doing in their lives. I don't know of those people. If you can find a schizophrenic channel that does that, I'm sure there are a couple of them that just sit down and do tutorials about their diseases and other, but none of them come through and say the things that I'm saying. None of them. So you can even compare that. Let's go to an actual person who's been diagnosed. Not that I believe a doctor's diagnosis at all, but let's go to those actual people and see if they say planes, drones, vandalism, voices, gang stalking, mobbing, surveillance. I've never heard any schizophrenic person talk about all that stuff. Now they may say, "Oh, the government's listening to my phone calls." Well, okay, that's just an open air comment, because if you don't know that already, you're crazy. But the links that they go to, these people out of their day just to come and attack me in the comments. I mean, most of the time I don't even read them. I just delete them. And here I've been leaving them up lately just to let people see how vile and vicious these people are. But I guess everyone knows how vile and vicious people are, because this program would not exist if not for vile, vicious people. And the one I love the most, the comment I love the most is, "Get a job, con man. You're just lazy." You guys may get a total of 1 hour every week and a half of what I do. And every time, every video I make is when I'm out doing something. That's just 1 hour. So you tell me this vehicle magically gets built by itself? This Bronco 2 behind me magically got done in the 15-minute video that I posted? Oh, you didn't do it. You hired somebody to do it. Really? I guess people are that small-minded that, well, it's not, well, it is small-minded, but it's, people are not independent anymore. They think that you got to go to the Quickie Mart and put your time card in to be deemed employed. That must be it. It is amazing, because you ask anybody that knows me, the word lazy is the farthest from the mark. You see, I am legally disabled. Some days I cannot even walk. Legally disabled. I just haven't had a judge say, here's your money. So let's go up to every person with severe diabetes, every person that's in a wheelchair, every person that's lost limbs. Let's go up to every person like that and say, you're lazy. Get a job. Really? Well, I see it. There are YouTubers out there making millions of dollars. Because what? Because they beg for money, they get enough views, and they get it done. But see, they're not being restricted like I am. I don't expect to make millions of dollars on YouTube. I know that I'm not going to make a dime because I never have, because they're not going to let me speak. I can make a comment, and my comment's deleted right in front of my eyes. Deleted. My own comment on my own channel deleted. Well, you can't prove that. Well, no, I can't prove it. How do I prove it? I can screenshot everything, just like I screenshot the flight path of that plane that followed me around all the other day and then came straight back here when I got home. How do I transfer it? Because I can't do that with my phone because it's hacked. Well, you just blame everything on hacking. Yes, I do. Dare to venture to the less abrasive channels that are targeted individuals, and you'll start seeing a common occurrence between all of us. We all have the same symptoms. I mean, even psychologists and psychiatrists know this is happening. But they're required to do what the textbook says. You go to Advanced Auto Parts, you say, my battery's dead. They're going to look at a computer and going to say, oh, well, his battery's bad or his alternator's bad. Those are two things. They're never going to go to the third or fourth thing that, oh, well, your third brake light is staying on and it's draining power from the battery. See, they're not going to do that because that's out of the ordinary. You see? So it's quickest for them to do this because guess what? If you give a targeted individual diagnosis, you are then ostracized because this program doesn't want anyone to know the truth. John Hall, Dr. John Hall, he's an anesthesiologist. He knows firsthand about this program because he is now targeted as well. He could tell you all the weapons. Dr. Robert Duncan, former CIA, former, I think, DARPA employee who helped create this technology and then became a whistleblower, is now targeted as well. There's thousands of people telling you this stuff is happening because you perceive me as some dumb hick. Why would the government go after you? Well, I'll tell you the one thing in common about nearly all targeted individuals, and this is per their literature because I've read you their handbooks before. Highly intelligent. You see, I thought I don't guess I really thought, but the thought kind of hit my mind and jumped off. Maybe I'll get a haircut and, clean up a little bit. Then it'll be different. Well, the hillbilly comment stopped, but I'm still just a stupid welfare leech. The man who doesn't get welfare. Get a little help on food, but am I not allowed to get help? I mean, we're feeding millions of illegals. I'm doing all I can to make a living. And the amazing part is I'm still making a living regardless of what the trolls say because I don't have a time card. Oh, here's my check stub. It's been very, very long time since anyone donated. Somebody donated this past week. Thank you so much, dear. And the money she donated for it is helping get my Bronco back on the road. And that was another comment. Oh, you just got pieces of junk. All your cars are junk. Every problem that I've had for my vehicles has been due to an electric surge. Did you know that? I wired up a toggle switch in Tina's car last week, put a brand new starter on it. Guess what? As soon as I brought my Bronco home the next morning, her car would not start again. See, as soon as I get one done, they tear up another. All three of these vehicles laying right here. All these vehicles. Everyone has a brand new distributor. Everyone has a brand new ignition coil. Everyone has brand new plug wires. Everyone has brand new plugs. Everyone has brand new I think that one and that one has brand new key switches. They all have the exact same things done to them because the exact same vandalism happened. You hit this one with electric surge and let me tell you this much. Take your brand new car now, go outside and get a jumper box or a battery charger and put the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive and see what happens. Boom! If you're lucky, it won't fry out your computer. Oh yeah, by the way, new computer. If you're lucky, you won't fry out your computer. Just a simple electric surge. Just like my Ranger. Still haven't done anything to it, but we're driving down the road at 55 miles an hour and it just dies. All the power is gone. Now, you remember when you watch the alien UFO files are going down the road and all the power sucked out, everything's dead quiet to see the bright shining light? Well, I didn't see the bright shining light besides the drones that are surveilling my every move. It's just remarkable to me how mean society is. I mean, I expect some of it because, you put your life on YouTube. But when you're as honest as you can be, like I am, and still it comes down to, it can't be three. I can't be a fraud, be crazy, and be a con man all at the same time. Yeah, you're crazy because you're conning people and you're lying. Who else is what other person out there who's being stalked by an airplane actually goes to the airport and gets an interview with the pilot? Who's done that? Who's ever got a magnified shot of the drones? Because many people that watch my channel have the same drones, not the same drones, the same type of drones, the same surveillance happening to them too. But when you tell me it must be the star, it must be Jupiter, and then there's a guy over in Ohio that's got the same kind of drone stalking him, and you say, well, it must be Jupiter for him too. Well, we can record the same time in a different area code from a different location and have the same Jupiter near us. How do you do that? And here's the deal. Here's another one. I should have mentioned this the other day. If you believe the Earth is round, and that's a different subject for a different day, but if you think that, remember, the stars and planets do what? Right? The rotation of the Earth, right? So with the rotation of the Earth, wouldn't these planets and or stars move from their location? From dusk to morning? Wouldn't they move through the sky? Wouldn't they? Because at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, that drone is still right there. And at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, that drone is still right there. Same as the drones behind me and around me. And how is it I can go down the road and I can look right here and the drone's with me, and I go down the road and the drone's with me the whole time I get down the end of the road, it's parallel down the road down there. I can go an hour away from home to farm to Dragway, one's here and one's there, and the same ones are above me. You can't explain it. You can sit down and just say why you don't think. But what I'm saying is the only thing that explains it, because it's been proven. As you hear the plane again, and that pilot the other day said, well, I've got my tracker on, and you could have tracked me. Why didn't you post my plane up there when it was coming over your house the other day? Because I know the sounds of the planes that stalk me. You see, I don't jump up and run outside every time a plane's over my home. I don't do that. I only do it when it's the same plane that I can hear with my ear that's going round and round, and I can prove they go round and round. And then again, oh, it's the flight path. It's the flight path. It's not. It's simply not. Anyway, I want to thank the young lady for the donation. The Bronco is up and roaring again. It is roaring again. Pulled the plugs out. I meant to get double platinums last time, and I only got regular platinums. But I guess when the computer was fried out, it was dumping all the fuel in the number 7 plug. So I pulled out all the plugs out, sat down, marked them, looked at all of them. All of them had they were extremely clean. It actually got too hot, and number 7 was the one just smoked out, just full of oil, full of petroleum. Changed all the plugs, put double platinums back in it, fired it up, adjusted the time a little bit, and that bad boy's back on the road. A piece of junk! A piece of junk! So, that's it. This video is going to take about 8 hours to upload. I've got another video that I made yesterday. I didn't want to post it till I came on today and made an explanation of what's going on. We do have a new project that's hit the channel. So for all the people that's interested in my vehicles, in what I do, how I build these cars, the other comment was, well, what'd you do, piss all your money away on that boat? Well, I got a piece of paperwork in the mail yesterday from my child support saying that my tax money, that $1,847, went straight to my ex-old lady, which was supposed to come to me, you know, because they were still charging me child support when my daughter was 24 years old. Just another part of that system you don't believe is screwing people. So I can't finish my boathouse until I got the money. So when the cash money is in my hand, that boathouse will be put together. You see, I don't know anybody that can build a boat as quick as, or build a house as quick as I have. Because literally, I've got my house built. It's just sitting here. All I got to do is go put it together. That's it. Now it's starting to get a little cooler. And I think finally, because I'm telling you, prayer works, prayer works, prayer works. For the last week and a half, every morning before I get out of bed, I pray to the Lord Jesus. I say, Lord, protect me. Put on the full body, the full armor of God. Remember that. Put on the full armor of God. Okay? So I've been doing that the last few days. Well, last 5 or 6 days, and God's moving. It's more evident that He's moving. As soon as I did that, then I got a donation that I desperately needed. So God bless you, and I'm telling you, prayer works, guys. No matter how bad it is right now, stand up. Listen, you don't even have to believe I'm a targeted individual, but just imagine if it's true. Just imagine. And think about how grateful you should be that you don't have the harassment that I deal with, that you don't have the full weight of the U.S. government trying to kill you. That's something to be thankful for God for. So just remember, God, Jesus loves you. He's waiting on you to come to Him. He died on the cross. What else do you want Him to do? Knock on your door, say it's time? That time's coming real soon. He ain't going to knock on your door. It's going to be a lot more abrupt than the SWAT team kicking your door, and I'll tell you that. Because crap is getting ready to hit the fan. If you don't understand, the end of the world's here. And I'm just going to sit here and tell you what's happening. Until I get on the water, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep working on these vehicles until I get out of here. Because it takes me building these and selling these to get on the water. Because I don't get a government check. And I don't work at the Quickie Mart selling Doritos and Slurpees. So, you guys stay put for the new vehicle on the channel. You're going to love it. Hopefully this week I can get rid of this one because I'm out of real estate. I'm out of real estate here. You're going to love the new car. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. God bless. Have a good day. Like, share, and subscribe. I am Stuart Pillon, the most targeted citizen. Jesus loves you. I do too.